Wap, wap, wap. Test. Wap, wap, wap. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
Rogue underscore 2K3 chucked $80.08. Jump scare part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Good. Rogue, thank you. Thank you so much for the funny number donation. Thank you, thank you. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Right off the bat, immediately, absolutely right off the bat, going in strong with the 8008 don 8008. Wow. But yes, good morning. It is of the weekend. It is of the weekend. How's everybody doing today? And it's also the morning. Good morning. I woke up early, right? I woke up at 8 and then I was gonna do some work. But then I went back to bed and then I fell back asleep. And then my additional alarms woke me up. So as you can imagine, I didn't do any work this morning before stream. I'll have to do it after stream. You may or may not have been waiting for the funny cat to show up just to do that. I cannot believe. I can't believe. Ugh. You've been waiting here. Thank you. Thank you though. Fallen slept. Dude, I fallen slept. It was comfy. You know when you're like underneath a blanket and it's just so comfy and you just sleep? It's so comfy. You were in a silly mood. I could see that. I could see that. Very silly mood. I do appreciate it. I really do. You can relate, and you were welcome. Always nice to support people you enjoy watching. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I really appreciate how long it's been. In my head, though, I'm still thinking in my head, hey, it'll end today. But now that it's up to 4 hours, you know what? It'll end tomorrow. It'll totally end tomorrow. Because I won't stream all day today just because I do have some work that I need to do. So I'll probably stop around lunchtime. So that way for the rest of the day I can work on work stuff. Is the stream that never ends? Dude, you guys have me on like daily streams. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm trying to find I actually during the loading I was trying to look through my games list to see if there was something. I'm like, what can is there a game that I'm capable of playing in like 3 hours? Quote quote now 4 hours. Is there a game that I could play? Did you enjoy the anime resource site? I looked at it, but I didn't use it yet. I looked at it, but I didn't use it yet. Because I actually have been secretly addicted to a video game offline a stream that I play anytime. So instead of watching videos these days, I actually play a video game while I eat my meals now. Because it's a what is it? I've been playing it on my like living room TV. So I've been low key kind of addicted to a game, and it's so funny too because like I told Rianari about it, and he's just like, "Oh my god, you're playing a game for yourself, not on stream. I'm so proud of you." I'm like, "What the frick is that supposed to mean?" He's like, "I'm so," in all caps, "I'm so proud of you." I'm like, oh. Let me see. Beko plays Doom 2016 in secret. Yes, makes sense. This is the stream that never ends. Once it begun, it never ends. Some people started streaming it not knowing what it was, but once they started watching it, they could not stop. Hi, Black Ice Canary! Congratulations on surviving 34 months! Congratulations. Wait. Yes. Wait? Yes! Congratulations! It gave me like 2 different numbers. It's like 33 months, but also 34 months. That's what it says. Resubscribe for 33 months. They've been subscribed for 34 months. What are those numbers? Beko plays Dead Space in secret. That would so upsetty spaghetti bloodify. That would upsetty spaghetti bloodify so hard. Nearly 3 years, just 2 more months away. Just freaking 2 more months away. That is so crazy. Wait, just the thought that you guys have been that some of you guys have been around for so long. That's so crazy. What year am I on now? No, that's insane. That is really insane. You guys, and also you guys are trying to like deduce what game I'm playing offline. That's kind of funny. I'm trying to look at what game I can finish in like, looks at the timer, 4 hours. But also, there was it, and other news. There's like a couple things in my brain about what could be done today. Obviously, one is a small 5-minute segment of like, catching up on the nuisance streaming news. I told you, he's like trying to pull up all the stops of trying to escape his sentencing. He's now releasing interview videos begging to go home, begging to be sent to the US because he's got mental illness and he's like clinically not well or insane. He's trying to claim the insanity route. So him all acting out, trying to be all insane-y spaghetti. He's trying to go that route. We'll see what happens there. But also, one of his sentences, mandatory prison sentence already. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I feel like this could go so wrong in so many different directions. Anyway, that was literally the 5-minute segment of me just complaining about this guy pulling all the ropes. And then the other option I had in my head about today's stream was we could totally talk about the VTuber community. We could brainstorm the VTuber community and hypothetically, right? Big emphasis on quotations, hypothetically. We could talk about the VTuber community and cool landmark memes, events, and things that have gone on in the VTuber community that would totally, hypothetically, make really cool cards for no reason whatsoever. For absolutely no Johnny's playing the crazy card. He's trying to play the crazy card. He is. He's trying to play the crazy card right now. He's trying to see if he could go see like a neurologist or something to get claimed bipolar disorder. And that he said that he's bipolar. He's already prescribed bipolar disorder in the US. And that's the reason why he acts out as he does. And whatever. And that he has no control over himself. And so he's like doing a lot of these interviews saying that like he's really a wholesome guy, that he's actually really a wholesome guy, and that he just has bouts of acting out. Hi, Gonzalez. Let's see. But after so many times of him trying to get out of like verdicts or sentencings or crimes or repercussions, after so many times of trying to get out of repercussions, nobody's believing him this time around. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Nobody believes him anymore. Who's wholesome? We're talking about Johnny Somali or Ramsey Ishmael. Your mother is bipolar as frick, but she isn't him. Yeah. No. I know some people that I theorize that are like uh bipolar within my own circle of not wait, hold on, let me rephrase this. One of the parental authorities, I believe, was bipolar based off of experiences I've had growing up, and they still knew how to act within societal means. You know what I mean? They still knew how to act within societal means. Your bro-in-law, who's Korean, says Koreans are too prideful to let stuff like this go. Yeah, I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Do they have anything about like mental illness thing over there? Uh, cause like I know like in the U.S. they could be like, oh well, sentence you to not go to prison, sentence you to go to like a mental ward or something like that instead. Do they do things like that in Korea where it's just like, oh well, in light of mental illness, you go to a mental ward as opposed to prison? Ain't no way. You just got done watching a video of him. Which one? There's so many, but yeah, he's trying to play the crazy card, and that he's bipolar, and that's the reason why he acts out, and that he does. He's like, oh, he needs to go to the U.S. and be medically treated, even though he's been nonstop traveling, right? He's if he needed to be medically treated, he should have done that before traveling. How long is this game? I also have Minecraft open. Low key, I also have Minecraft open. Him saying sorry when Ice Poseidon confronted him on stream. When? Was that just today? Wait, am I gonna have to look this up? Cause the one I was watching this morning was like, Ice Poseidon's tires got slashed or something. Oh, here we go. 14 minutes ago. He's begging for an unban. This guy who's saying that he's mentally and clinically ill is still begging for a platform to clout chase with his insanity. This guy who claims he's mentally ill, he is mentally ill in the sense of like being a clout chaser. He is just nothing but starved for clout chasing. Is saying that he can't take repercussions for his actions because he is mentally ill. However, is begging to be replatformed. Yeah, I just say sorry. He's begging to be replatformed so that he could do it all over again. If you have a drug problem, the answer is to not give you more of the substance that makes you act that way. If you have a drug problem, the answer is not to give you more of the substance that you asked. Hold on, here we go. They do recognize mental illness, but they know he's playing dumb. They are realists. Let's be real. Let's see here. I apologize. I apologize. He says it the same way each and every time, right? I apologize. I apologize. Every time I hear him say that, it's the same exact inflection. I apologize. Come back to kick.com. I want to stream on Kick again. I want to move on from this. I want to come back to Kick. What is this neck mount he has for this phone? I think I kind of know what this is. I've seen this neck mount before, but I don't know. I feel uncomfortable with the freaking phone that close to my face.
I want to move on, and I want to reform, and I want to change, and I want to come back to cake.
But what is your goal here? You're trying to get on band on cake. It's not going to happen.
He
Alright,
has,
so the Johnny
Ice
Somali
Poseidon
desperation
has a
arc
heart
is in
rate
full
monitor
effect
on his
a few
stream.
hours ago.
Hey, I should do that when I go
Poseidon,
do
and the
outwalkies.
entire purpose-
You love seeing every clip of him getting slapped silly. Have they made a montage? Has somebody made a montage video of all of the slappies? Surely somebody's made a montage of all the slappies. Hi TM, hello Drift.
of this conversation
You hope
was
so?
to beg to get unbanned off Kick. At this point, Johnny Somali is desperate. Without further ado, let's get started.
Oh, kid on the ground. Where's your parents? What you doing down there, little guy? Who's responsible for you? Granted, if the floor is clean, you know, I guess that's fine. Is the one on the right Hank? That's how they clean the floor. Baby brooms. The baby sweepers. Wait! That's actually a thing. Hold on. Baby mop onesie. That is actually a thing. This right here. Oh my god. Look, it's actually a thing. It really is. You can attach a mop. You can have a mop onesie to your baby. Efficiency at its peak. If they're gonna be on the floor, might as well. That's brilliant. Let me see. Oh my gosh, you didn't even notice the kid when you watched this. Just dragged kids on leashes. Oh my god. Korean malls are super clean. Man, I wanna go check it out. Although I worry if I ever go to Korea that there wouldn't be anything that I could eat. I worry that every single meal in Korea or every single food is just spicy, right? It'll just be like saturated in like red spice. I worry that I would die. A bunch of individual clips, but not like actual compilations. Somebody should totally make a compilation. And then put it to like classical music, like background music. So ba 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 ba. I don't think there's enough hits for that song, but that would be hilarious if it was like set up for that song for some reason. Does anyone else see the vision? Baby 2.0, your grandma had something like that for the feet. Just by sliding around, you polished the wood floor. I actually had the mop slippers. I did at my old apartment. I had those. They were kind of funny, squishy and comfy. Everything isn't spicy. I need to look up more like Korean spicy videos. Bulldog really scared you? Dude, Bulldog scared me. And also like anytime I go to a Korean restaurant. Wait, let me think. How often do I go to a Korean restaurant? I've gone to. This is my limited knowledge. I've gone to Korean barbecue, and then I've gone to get some bibimbap with Rianari, and that is the extent of my knowledge of things that I can eat in terms of Korean food. And then anytime I'm there, I see the red stuff on a lot of the dishes, on a lot of the other dishes. Anyway. You were just there? You'll be fine. Dude, you were just there? What the heck? Really? Why no picture? What? Wait. The fact that you're so well traveled must means you must have food pictures, right? You must have food pictures. Where is your food collage and the picture didn't happen? Dinah, where are all of your food pictures? So who's this guy in red? I don't know anything about Ice Poseidon. Is this like a bodyguard? We have bodyguards for IRL streamers now. Hi. Friggin' Johnny Ramsey here always has Hank with him. Hank is wearing leather gloves. Do you see that? Hank is wearing leather gloves with knuckle protection so that he could punch somebody's lights out, right? So that's like knuckle guards. I don't know if he's holding something in his hand either. It looks like there's something in his hand, but I'm not entirely sure. It wasn't recent. Okay. But you will become a foodie paparazzi now, right? Every good-looking meal you have, you'll become a foodie paparazzi to your own meals, and you'll share them with the class, with the Donlet Nation.
What, you got a baton?
See, he points it out. Is that a baton? So I was right. He does have something in his hand. So literally, Johnny Ramsey is like so scared of all of the hits that he's been taken, that he's egged on, has patronized people to do to him, and cited and everything. He has Hank over here with these protective knuckle gloves, and Hank carries around a baton. Interesting. Look at all these guys. Look at all these IRL streamers use their phones for IRL streaming. Look at all these IRL streamers using phones. I work really hard to have like really good quality streams, which meant moving away from using a phone. I did start out using a phone though. I did start out, like, my early streams was of my phone, and it was nice and easy. And surprisingly, the phone does have like consistent reception when I did do it. But it did have like my biggest complaint about using the phone was the fact that it has no stabilization, and that drove me crazy. I'm somebody that, like, if I watch my own videos and it's super shaky, it drives me nuts. So like, that's the reason why I tried really hard to move away from phone streaming. In the case of emergency, I know I can do phone streaming, because there's been a couple of times where I think I've my action camera, I forgot what it was. My action camera either wasn't getting reception or something was wrong with my Bella box. So I know that I could default to like phone streaming. My only problem is at that moment I forgot my phone mount, and I'm like, damn it. The human gimbal, yeah, the human gimbal is so shaky. And if I hate watching my shaky video, I can't imagine what you guys suffer through when you watch my IRL streams. You need a phone with OIS? What is OIS? OIS? Which phone do I use for this usually? I usually use my flip phone whenever I have streamed from my phone. I've used my flip phone. I think it has stabilization, but it's still not that great. I guess next time I could technically use my iPhone, but I have to set it up. I don't know what the apps are now. Before I used to use just Stream Elements for my streaming. I used to use Stream Elements, but there's a couple of other ones that are now available. Optical image stabilization. It's never enough. Have you seen how like active and feral I am? It's not enough. What do you want to do?
Just walk away.
Let's go. What do you want to do? Walk away. Literally the response for like everybody that sees somebody being a nuisance, just walk away. Don't give them the limelight. Oh, it's 0 degrees Celsius. It's freezing over there. Samsung phones aren't good with voice. Oh, that's what I have. But I guess I have an iPhone. I could take a look at my iPhone settings. For in case of emergencies, I should look at my. But the problem is, I think the The streaming service that Spaceman recommended me is only available on Android. It's not available on iPhone. It's called like Moblin or something, and it has a ton of features. Let me see though.
There's nothing to talk. There's nothing to talk about.
I don't want war, bro.
There's nothing to talk about.
I haven't listen.
There's nothing. There's nothing to talk about.
Is it just me, or is it like every single time he talks, it just sounds like gaslighting, copium gaslighting? Like that is the language he speaks. Copium and gaslighting. You can check OnePlus phones. I don't have any OnePlus phones though. I only have the Samsung and an iPhone.
Bro,
Why not?
you say crazy.
I've been trolling like a COD lobby model Warfare 2. You said you're gonna have something for you. You say crazy.
I never said that. But that I never said that. But you said crazy about my girlfriend and me.
I don't know about this. I don't know anything about Ice Poseidon, but I have watched a couple of videos where he's also slightly a nuisance. He's also slightly a nuisance, or at least like the group of people that he clowns with are a nuisance. He's a nuisance, but like more so he lets other people be a nuisance around him from what I've seen, what little I've seen.
I apologize.
Yeah,
I just say sorry. I apologize.
you can't.
I apologize.
Then apologize.
They want to see the CX pirate gang war.
That isn't wording.
Let's end it.
There's no peace to be made.
I don't think I had that. Come on, man. Let's make. I want to make war.
I mean, you're the one who says.
What did he say? Why do you want to make war?
I mean, you're the one who says crazy, and then also says crazy.
He's the really antagonistic one.
But I don't say that crazy stuff. I don't say that crazy stuff.
What do you mean? Like about Korea?
I don't say I'm gonna someone's girlfriend.
Every words are soft things. I didn't mean that way. You know what I mean? It was a.
How else can you mean it?
It was a wrong.
This is just a bro squabble. This is just a bro squabble, man.
Nah, dude, you're a scumbag. You're a scumbag, bro.
So he said like bad things about Ice Poseidon's girlfriend. He has a knack for like. Oh wait, hold on. Let me think about this. I'm mixing up my nuisance streamers now. I'm mixing up my nuisance streamers, because didn't one of the guys in Ice Poseidon's group also like messed around with some Korean guys? No, it was Japanese, right? Some guy's girlfriend at a bar, and then he literally got clobbered. That was in Japan, I think. Guys, gotta stop messing with these guys' girlfriends. Don't you know that's a really hot button? That is like the one-way ticket to get yourself to beat downtown. There is no forgiveness. There is no forgiveness if you mess with somebody's significant other, man. Right? If you mess with the person directly, you could have some beef, and you could possibly develop a bromance that way. But the moment you mess with somebody's significant other, nah, that's crossing a line, and you're gonna go nuclear. Yeah, Beko, but have you seen women? Define which women, and define the context of your statement even more. Are you saying women so fine you gotta mess with them, or are you saying women be crazy, they cause wars like Cleopatra or Helen of Troy? That's why you simply believe everyone is in a relationship. Yeah, just don't mess with people's SOs, man.
Now, don't get me wrong, Johnny
You think you're saying everything that could lead to disaster, everything under the sun.
Somali is a filthy piece of crap, but Paul Danino, Ice Poseidon, is
I don't know who Paul Danino is. I don't know who Ice Poseidon is.
Not much better.
What the frick? Wait. Ads. I know. What's the extension that I need again? Remind me again. What's the extension that I need to avoid the ads? I keep having to like add it and then remove it because there are some websites that like refuse me having it. Yeah. Black. No results found. No. Go to the extensions. It has been added. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't bother us anymore.
Piece of crap has been involved in multiple hit and runs, and on top of that, he confessed to scamming.
Oh frick, you said U-block light? I got regular U-block. Duh. Ugh. Is there a difference? U. Black. Origin light? Yes, there is a difference. Add U-block origin light. Is that the one? Okay, let's remove regular U-block. Add U-block light. Add to Chrome. Download error. It's already installed. Okay, wait. Refresh. It's thinking really hard. Adding to Chrome. Add to Chrome, please. Oh, there you go. Has been added to Chrome. Settings. Automatically reload page. I'll just leave it. Okay. Oh.
Over $500,000 from his fans.
You want to keep the money that's not yours, that you took from the project, even though you failed to deliver.
I mean, I'm not really sure what you want me to say, but yeah.
I'm trying to like get you to return the money because it's 100% still available, and you could do that.
Yeah, I could give the money back. It is within my power, but I'm gonna look out for myself and not do that.
What is this about? Did he? Am I to assume this is something about like a crypto coin, and he scammed a bunch of people, and he's keeping the money, even though he has the money, and it would be like no skin off his back. He's not losing anything other than the gains that he stole from people. You probably have to refresh the page to activate it.
Even though you failed to deliver.
I mean, I'm not really sure what you want me to say, but yeah.
I'm trying to get you to return the money because it's 100% still available, and you could do that.
Yeah, I could give the money back. It is within my power.
I could give the money back. And it's still within my power. It's still very, very possible. Absolutely. You are correct in all of those notions. But it kind of benefits me more to keep that money, says Ice Poseidon.
But I'm gonna look out for myself and not do that. I don't like know what else to say. That's just the most honest answer.
The fact that people still give him money to this day, knowing this, is mind-blowing. But let's get back to the video.
Taking that serious.
Because that's some scumbag. Who the does that?
I'm trolling this content.
It's not content, bro. Saying you're
He scammed everyone.
Okay, I already
You didn't even say that on stream. You said
That's
that
crazy. And people still support him? How much money did he scam out of people? The fact that, like, you actively scam and what? That's crazy. And they still support him.
in Discord. That's not even for content.
That's actually even less bad.
But no,
What'd he
it's
say?
more bad because you're doing it off camera.
Oh, it's less bad because it's offline.
But no, it's more bad because you're doing it off camera.
But Ice, you say you don't think about me. The whole 100-day subathon. My name came out your mouth 5 times.
Gee, I wonder why.
100 days, 5 times. Wow. A lot can happen in 100 days. At least it's not like 50 out of the 100. Also, who is this guy in the background? That's one of the guys, right?
Because the chat says your name.
That's the only reason you mentioned me.
The chat talks about you. You mention my name every day, and then the chat comes. Yeah, I do.
Everything that happens is my fault. In Japan, everywhere.
Yeah.
You guys do the same.
Streamed in Japan years ago, and I was fine.
Just hearing Johnny talk disgust you. Yeah, I mean, that's the same kind of feeling that I get. That literally everything out of his mouth is just copium and gaslighting. He's created a new form of dialect, which is like, how do you merge gaslighting and copium? Copy-lighting? Copy-lighting? Gassium or copy-lighting?
Fine. You came to Japan, did your thing, and now you can't stream Japan anymore. That's your fault.
He is 100% right about that. After Johnny Somali did his antics in Japan, the Japanese people absolutely hate streamers. Even streamers that aren't aggressive or aren't nuisance streamers,
They
going to
hate
get
him.
dirty looks from the Japanese people because of Johnny Somali. And that is what is called the Johnny Somali effect.
No, I haven't.
He created a whole effect. I cannot believe he created a whole effect.
I mean, trust me,
Gassium sounds
I've done
stinky.
trespassing, but
He
I don't
is
go
stinky,
around
though.
And harass the general public.
Okay, listen. You might have me there, okay?
I'm just thinking in my head, like, you know what? You know what? He does talk like a politician, doesn't he? Right? Literally, like that thing he did where just now, where he's just like, okay, you know, like when he was, okay, yeah, listen, you know, okay, listen. Here comes the copium part. I understand, blah 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 blah, and then there's the gaslighting part, but it can't possibly blah 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 blah. Like,
I'll give you that.
I'll give you that. See, I'll give you that. Yep, I understand. I'll give you that.
I'm a bad person. I want to come back to kick.com. I want to stream.
All baseless, shallow
I
words.
want to move past this. I literally do. I want to change.
I wanna change. I wanna move past
If that was
this.
true, then why do you say?
Because I'm just trying to get. I'm taking it too far. I take the content too far. I'm totally too far.
Yeah, but
I take it too far. I take it too far. I take the content too far. Okay, well, why would they want to take you back? Clearly, you're not capable of changing if you're still doing your antics. I take the content too far. If you want to change, why do you do this? I take it too far. Well, that's not showing that you can change. That's not showing that you can change. That's Ponzi scheme talk. Yeah.
That's,
I can change.
Yeah, but that's the
I
problem,
swear.
though.
I can
How
change.
do you expect to get unbanned on a platform
Yeah.
if you take it too far?
You have to learn
If
from
you-
your mistakes. I'm a man to know what I'm.
Oh man, how about you show that you can change? As opposed to begging to give you another chance. Please give me another chance and I'll promise I'll do better on the platform. And then like not do better on the platform. You know what I mean? You gotta do some community service first. Unfortunately, he's doing crazy things on Party.
I want to move on from this. I want to make content. I love streaming.
Okay, dude, you were dancing in your underwear just days ago. Still. doing-
Exactly.
Content isn't anywhere.
I know, but
Man who's watching that live and like, I talk.
It's content. And he wonders why people don't like him.
Still doing. I know, but
watching that live and like, I taught Johnny everything he knows.
okay, but you have to understand, if you're trying to reform yourself, you have to not do the things that you've been doing to get yourself in trouble in these countries.
I do need to change and I do need to do better and I want to. That's why I came to apologize. I said sorry. I didn't deny everything I did.
I'm so sorry. I came to apologize. I apologize. That means I can change. That means I've changed. I can apologize. I said sorry. It's the same inflection. It's the same knucking inflection. You don't mean it. You don't mean it. And if you really... You really needs to like... What was it? You need to show. What's the... There's a phrase that my friend would always say. Don't say sorry, just don't do it again. He's clearly failing at that, right? Sorry means nothing if you just keep doing it. And he just keeps doing it. He's running out of money, therefore, I'm sorry, please take me back. No, you have to say it exactly the way he says it. I apologize! I apologize! I said I'm sorry, I apologize!
Yeah, I did. I said sorry.
I said sorry.
I just don't know what you're.
Do you see that? Come on, bro. And then that slow smile. Like, come on, bro. Be bros. Like, come on, bro. It'd be even better if he did like the eyebrow raise. Yeah, that smirk. You see that? You saw that too. Bro.
Expecting from this.
I'm not expecting nothing. I don't want to fight. I said he wanted to suck $3,000.
Bro, take the mask off. Why you got a mask on? Take the mask off.
I was better with the mask.
I look better with the mask.
No war, bro. Listen, you do you. I don't give a what you do. Just don't talk about me. Don't talk about my girlfriend. Don't say any.
Make it mutual then. Let's just clean slate.
Make what?
There's no clean slate. There is nothing. You have burned your bridge. You are nothing to him. Kratos also once said, don't be sorry, be better. Exactly. Don't be sorry, just be better.
Mutual.
Let's not like continue this like fake beef. You know what I mean? I'm not against
I have. Listen, you do you. I'm gonna do me. Just don't talk about my girlfriend. Don't talk about me.
Okay.
Don't say you're gonna on me. Don't say you're gonna come.
You're gonna do stuff to me too, right? You told Chicken Andy to beat me up in Florida.
Because you keep saying you're gonna come find me. You're gonna me. You're gonna harass me. You're
Did
gonna.
I do something that bad to you today? I just came to say hello.
Did I do something bad? Just came to say hello.
You know what's hilarious? Ice Poseidon said that when he sees Johnny Somali, he's going to handle him John Wick style. And what we're witnessing here is far from that. This is what he said exactly.
I mean, 15 minutes of shame. Listen, ain't nobody want to get caught up in Johnny Ishmael's court case, right? Ain't nobody wants to get stuck in Korea. Nobody wants to touch him. He is straight up a leper right now. He is straight up a leper trying to spread his disease, and misery likes company. He's trying to get somebody else stuck there with him.
And then I would strike at the perfect time. Maybe he goes out to the convenience store or something. I don't know. I'd be waiting. I'll come out from behind him and just smash a giant rock over the back of his head.
Damn, what did this boy say about your girlfriend? Damn, what did this boy say about your girlfriend? This is just bravado. This is just bravado speak. What is it that you guys say? The all bark and no bite? It's just bravado. What a nice way to incriminate yourself. I know, right? Looking dead straight into the camera, too. Lovely. Oh, joy.
You don't play fair in those situations.
Dude, this guy's already playing Assassin's Creed. He's already playing Assassin's Creed.
So you see, he's big and tough when he's on the train far away from Johnny Somali, but when he's there in person, even with 9 other friends, he does absolutely nothing.
As I mentioned before, you can't blame him. Johnny Ishmael is currently in a trial court case thingamajig. Nobody wants to touch him and gets caught up in this court case. Nobody wants to touch him. If they get roped into like any sort of like allocations and they end up getting like fines or whatever charges, they're gonna be stuck there with him. Nobody wants that. Nobody. I think it's more of the legalities that's like
It just proves that this guy, much like Somali, they're both all talk. They're just both phonies. But let's get back to the clip.
I think this guy has called out Ice Poseidon for being phony in terms of like all bark and no bite. I forgot what it was, but I think I saw a clip of Ice Poseidon having a bit of a temper. Like, I think he broke the window or windshield of a vehicle he was in. A lot of streamers are all bark, luckily enough. That's fair. That's fair. All bark. I'm technically dumb enough that like if I'm committed enough, I have to follow it through, right? I'm so dumb that like if I say something a certain amount of times, I'm like in my head I'm just like, okay, at this point I'm making a promise and I have to be committed. So like that's why my freaking hold on, what is it called? Is it parasocial?
Because courting
That's why
ritual
this
is like an
exists.
Elden Ring boss fight. Damn near impossible.
That's why this exists. Hola, Beko. Hope you and chat are doing good. Hi, KJ. How are you doing? I'm just trying to catch up on Johnny Ishmael news.
I mean, obviously not, but I'm telling you what you've been saying on your stream. So I'm like, okay, if you come and attack me or do anything stupid, then, you know, something could happen.
Ew, it's Johnny. Throw him in the pear wiggler. What's a pear wiggler? I like that everybody comes in and everybody has all the same sentiment. Thank God. Thank God. As you guys partake in the catwalkies, anytime I do any catwalkies, you know, this guy is ruining IRL streaming. I was so bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, really wanting to get into IRL streaming and go adventuring and go on many catwalkies and adventures. And then this guy comes along and starts to ruin it for everybody. So I'm just like, what? No, don't take away this nice thing that I'm starting to get into. Like, please. I don't get out enough. I want to go on adventures. The curiosity in me wants to learn and know more. Hi, game guy. Mods lock him away from society. He has mandatory sentencing. He actually has mandatory prison time now. It's official. Did you know that, KJ? He got they revealed an additional charge that has mandatory prison time.
Yeah, you said you're gonna go stream tonight, my
Beko, I want to touch the grass. I do want to touch the grass. I want to eat all the food. I want to go explore and eat some really cool food and stuff. I want to know things. I want to learn things and know things. Meanwhile, these other nuisance streamers are like, I want to go out and destroy things. And it's like, no! No, there's so much like good positive stuff about the world that you could just like experience, freaking not be a nuisance and destroy. Korean prisons are probably nicer than here in the US. That's fair, but you know, they're also really pissed off too. Let's not forget, he's pissed off like a whole area, like a whole nationality, right? The inmates aren't nice though. Yeah, he's pissed off like a whole culture.
Touched her, I would have to retaliate, obviously.
That you said you knew I didn't mean any of that stuff. You knew that.
Yeah, obviously.
They're not nice to foreigners. I mean, even worse for this guy. I wonder, do you think prison, the Korean prison, do you think they watch the news? Do you think they know about him already? Do you think they know about him? Do they watch the news or like internet news? I know he's already shown on a couple of like Korean news channels. Like there's been a couple of coverage over him, but like, do you think yep, they do. But like internet news, like this stuff, these channels, it's gonna be heck for him. Heck of a ride for him. Yeah. 7 years in prison because the deepfake he made of himself and a Korean streamer showed them French kissing, and French kissing is considered sexual by Korean law, and it's criminal act to stream the activity. Yeah, it's the distribution. It's the criminal. It's the act of distribution, which he did show on stream, as a distribution on communication social platform or something like that. 7 years. The minimum was 7 years. I believe with the other charges, I think they said it could be like 10, but we're just basing it off the minimum. Yeah. If it works the same way as here, they most likely ask each other what they're in for. What are you in for? They probably won't even bother asking him. They're like, you're that guy. This is all over TV news too. I wonder if we can watch some Korean news channels. Ow. Ow.
Yeah, obviously, but it's still a shitty thing to say.
Of course. I agree with that.
Ads are dropping in 2
Well,
minutes.
I don't accept the apology.
You don't have to. You don't have to. At least I made it and I made it. I want to move on and I want to reform and I want to change and I want to come back to shit.
Okay,
I know
move on.
ABC mad at me. ABC, I'm sorry for calling you fat. I'm sorry for calling you a fake Muslim.
Man, he's just slinging all sorts of insults around, huh? Called this person fat, called this person something else, called this guy's girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Like, did you really not think none of those would have repercussions at all? Did you really not think any of those would have repercussions? Huh. Funny.
Please, everybody, kick stop, man. Let me come back.
I would never help you get on kick.
Really?
No.
I mean, you're
The
streaming
stuff
him
that
right
you've
now.
done,
If Ice Poseidon is streaming on Kick right now, he's technically showcasing Johnny Ishmael on Kick right now, like as we speak. So that statement of "I will never help you get on Kick," he's kind of streaming him on Kick. This very second.
Tea cakes.
Has just signed up. Yo, Adrift. Hey, congratulations. You are here for a year, or sorry, not a year. You are not here for a year. You're here for a month. You will survive the month, or you have survived a month. You will.
It's just bad, and the stuff that you've said about me is bad.
Regardless of you,
It's fake, bro. You messaged me. You were like, "Oh, please help me get unbanned on Kick," and then the next message was you threatening me.
where's the proof?
I mean, I don't need proof. It's in my thoughts.
I'm just saying this.
It's in my thoughts. I don't need proof. It's in my thoughts. That will definitely hold up in any, like, court. Source, yeah, source me. I'm not defending Johnny Ishmael here on this, but, like, do you see the both mentalities for both of these nuisance streamers? The both argument features of their mentalities. Where's the proof? In my head. Only in my head. It doesn't matter. It's all in here. It's great. Something looks suspicious about the timer? What do you mean? What looks suspicious about the timer? I don't know what you're talking about. Hi 2P, how are you? It's true because you said it was true? Yeah, exactly. It's true because I said it was true. Hold on. Technically, Mr. Johnny isn't making the
Ads
money
incoming.
off it, so would be his point still stands. Yeah, it still stands, but he's still giving him.
ADSR running for 180 seconds.
It's still like he is the content right now. He's not making money off of it, but he is still like, you know, trying to be brainworm. You always wonder how many elders have just taken their sandals in rage and just beat him. I don't know if they have, man. I've seen him yell at so many elderly people. So many elderly people. As some of these drama channels have pointed out, all he does is like yell at elderly people, yell at women, and then yell at guys that are just trying to go back to their day, right? Like that one guy at the subway that like smacked him and then was just wanting to go back about their day, and he's just like calling them a wuss. And the moment they turn around, he immediately starts running. Like, no. Like, how do you expect to talk if you keep running? How do you expect to talk if you keep running, boy? It's so disrespectful. It is. It's so disrespectful. It's insane. It's crazy.
You know I would never.
Obviously, but it's a shitty thing to say. It's really up. And so why would I want to help you? I would never help you. I don't like you.
You don't like a lot of the people that you speak with.
Yeah, but I in particularly hate you. Because you made it tough in Asia to stream.
But you guys, when you guys were in the Japan trip, we did a lot of similar things. You were on the news too, all over the TV.
Okay. Me picking an orange off the tree is a lot different than you going up to 60-year-old Japanese people and talking about the bomb that happened.
I said that on the train, Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Where's the clip? Everybody has the clips, man. Everybody has the clips. Everybody has the clips.
We forgot.
Yeah, that's up.
You literally said bomb Japan too.
I never said bomb Japan.
Oh my god.
And if I ever said anything like that,
Do you see the weird like double standards they have, where it's just like they constantly are back and forth arguing with each other, like I didn't do anything bad, and they're like, where's the clips? And then he's accusing the other guy of doing something bad, and then he's just like, I didn't do that, and then he's just like, roll the clips. Like, there are clips that exist. So he is systematically denying that clips exist of him doing bad stuff, but saying there are clips of this other guy doing bad stuff, when there are just way more clips of him doing bad stuff. Like, the fact that, like, he doesn't acknowledge, he streams everything. These guys stream their stuff. Like, the clips will exist. The moment it touches the internet, it exists on the internet, right? Isn't that a mentality? The moment it hits the internet, it exists in the internet. It lives on the internet. There are ways people will find it on the internet. They get, like, you know, there's ways to find things on the internet. Technically, even VODs that he's deleted, people have learned. They like record his streams live now.
I never said it to people. I never said it to people. You take it, you walk up to people and say it to them.
That happened 2 years ago.
Has it really been that long?
I feel like I have to fact check these people because they lie a lot.
They do.
The first day that Ice Poseidon arrived in South Korea, he was being racist to a South Korean. Here's the clip.
Oh my god. What is wrong with you? Ice Poseidon sounds like Growly Bear. I don't know. But what the frick? You just get into this taxi cab and that's what you choose to do?
Beach.
So when he says he does nothing to people, that is 100% lies, and there are plenty of other examples. But let's get back to the clip.
22 years old. That's 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, but you're still.
What are we doing? We're watching a conversation between two douchebags. What are we doing?
Doing. I mean, dude, aren't you Korean?
So?
He don't care. He's Korean too.
Listen, I don't know shit about what's going on in Korea.
You know what I did in Korea? You just it's propaganda.
Yeah, no.
It's
you're
not
on,
propaganda.
You're on trial here, and I don't want to deal with that.
You got canceled on Twitch. The same cancel culture bull. And you're trying to do the same things to me on Twitch.
No, the difference is I got swatted on a plane. The difference is you go around and purposely try to cause issues.
I don't think that's true. You watch a lot of my content.
Bro, dancing on a statue that people obviously care about, he's trying to cause problems. Obviously.
It sounds like Karen stuff though.
You sound like Karen stuff. He's trying to downplay what he did. You're just being a Karen. Don't be a Karen.
That's not a statue. You made a joke 2 years ago.
Dude,
Bringing up the fact that he's trying to plead the mentally ill insanity case. Meow, meow. Bringing that back. This right here is still him basically saying that he knew exactly what he was doing. This right here is him showing that he does not care about the statue and that he knows exactly what he's doing. Hi, Magnus. Meow, meow, meow. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm still here. The timer is still going, as you can see. You know, ISO Speed is in China right now. He's much nicer and mature now. Is that the one that got beaten up for hitting on the girlfriend in the bar? Is that the one that got beat up for hitting on the girlfriend in the bar? What are you doing, sweetheart? I'm trying to catch up on my nuisance streamer news. And complaining about it. I'm complaining about it, and I'm trying to catch up on my nuisance streamer news because obviously I partake in IRL streaming, and I need to be up to date on how these people are ruining my new pastime. I need to know like how they're ruining it, and then get angry about the fact that they're ruining my new hobby of being an IRL streamer. He's the kid that went on a tour around South America as of recent. I don't remember. All of these human host bodies kind of look the same. Well, also I don't watch him a lot either. The name sounds familiar. That's not the one that like tried to hitch a ride across the train for free, like he like tried to avoid paying. It's so bad that tourists now have a bad reputation because of these morons. Yeah, it's so bad. And I love traveling and I love adventures and like experiencing new things. And like last year I did the IRL stream when I went to the UK and like Italy and stuff like that. Paris and Italy. And I did like IRL streams for you guys. And these guys are just being absolute jerks. It's awful. You don't think so? No, he's usually got his own ride to get to places. I don't know ISO speed. So I assume he hasn't done enough to get on the shame fame. If he hasn't done enough to do the shame fame, I probably haven't seen him. But the name does sound familiar. I think he has done a couple of things. But usually I listen to this. I usually listen to this like before going to sleep or like early in the morning, but this literally just dropped like 20 minutes ago or something, 14 minutes ago. Longer now because it's taking me so long to watch this video. You'd love to go to Japan and now would not be able to go to certain places. Yeah, because of all of this, it's like impossible to go to do certain things or whatnot because of this. What's that? You can fully understand the locals doing that. Yeah, you can totally understand it, especially with like what they're going through. Asher Speed is known for crashing randomly during his gaming streams. Oh, I don't know that then. I don't watch a lot of human host bodies. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of human host body streamers. He recently did a stream marathon, you think, with Kai? I know of this Kai, but I've never seen his human host body. I've never seen this human host body. So I wouldn't recognize. I have no image in my head. I know the name, and I know what they're like the top streamer, but I've never seen this guy's human host body. Ow.
I'm telling you, this is why people hate you, and I'm telling you, this is why I don't want anything to do with you, because you look for problems.
What is the resolution they're trying to get with this conversation? Clearly, Ice Poseidon can still just walk away at any time, but he's now engaged. He's locked in and engaged because he feels like he needs to give his 2 cents in. But like, what is Johnny Ishmael's like? Obviously, his goal is to be unbanned from Kick, but like, the way they're dancing in this conversation, I don't know. They're both. It's like they both are dancing with 2 left feet in this conversation.
I don't go around looking for problems.
The problems just come magically.
I mean,
The problems just come magically. The problems just come magically.
It's all my fault.
Unfortunately, I mean, yeah. To be honest, yeah, it's your fault.
Really?
In Japan, that's your fault. Yes.
Put the blame on me there.
I had no problems in Japan before you did your bullshit.
What was my bullshit? One bomb joke?
I mean, you said multiple bomb jokes, and you did a bunch of shit in Japan. I don't know every little thing you did, but you were going to. You said
One bomb joke?
I don't know why he keeps asking, like, prove to me, like, he keeps saying, prove to me what I did wrong in Japan, right? As if there isn't a bajillion clips that exist. Why does he keep pulling that out in the conversation? Name one thing I did wrong in Japan. He keeps saying, even as if there isn't a bajillion clips, as if he didn't have to apologize, and like, wasn't he almost like convicted over there? But like he did a massive apology and they let him off the hook and just banned him from Japan. Like, there is no cause without effect. Is that the phrase that I'm going for? Wait, there's wait, that's the wrong order of operations. The results. There is a reason why there are the results that happen due to the cause or something. There's like a more eloquent way of that I'm trying to think about that, but like, why would there not be XYZ results if you didn't do XYZ causalities? You know what I mean? So it's like, clips exist. What is this excessive deniability? And why do you keep forcing like that to be the conversation? Stop denying that it exists. Literally, it's a waste of time. In my head, I hate listening to this because it's a waste of time because it exists. All of this information exists. So him asking for proof is wasting my time. If I was having this conversation with him, he's wasting my time. Can't prove it right this instant. Ooh, your point is invalid. Can't prove it this instant, even though it's all over the internet. Sorry, can't pull it out of your pocket this moment. Invalid. Yeah, that's kind of the mentality he has, even though it's literally all over the internet. It's all over the internet. Just because you're talking about it on the spot and he can't pull it out of his pocket, it's there. It's there. Why are you banned from Japan? How about that? Like, you can't ignore the freaking repercussions that you've had.
I mean, you said multiple bombs. And
Ow.
you did a bunch of shit in Japan. I don't know every little thing you did, but you were going to jail.
You guys can't see it, but like in the top right, his heart rate has gone up to like 94.
Obstruction of business, playing a TTS in a restaurant. That's it. That's it.
I'm
Hold on.
Dad, I don't know every little thing you did, but you were going to jail.
Obstruction of business, playing a TTS in a restaurant. That's it.
Obstruction of business, playing a TTS in the restaurant. He has this. He keeps getting attached to this huge mentality of like, it's not that bad in the U.S., so how bad could it possibly be anywhere else? Like, how ignorant of travel can you be? How ignorant of travel in other cultures can you be? Right. How blatantly ignorant can you be? I don't know every rule in other countries, but I acknowledge that things are different. You know? I acknowledge that things are different. He should have confronted him with a PowerPoint presentation with a large pamphlet to follow along and make him have a test on it. There's going to be a quiz after this. You need to know the exact URL strings on the test. To these clips. Show your, what is it? Like, show your work. Show your work on how you got the results of these answers. Otherwise, we think you're cheating. Exactly like that. I was actually talking to Belle slightly about this. Was it about this? I don't know. In general. No, maybe it was about this. No. Maybe it was about this. I think it was about this. So, like, I was telling him that, like, no, wait, hold on. No, maybe it wasn't about this, but listen, it still applies. It still applies. It still fucking applies. I've been hearing a lot of discourse about... I know this isn't the kind of conversations you guys sign up for. There's been a lot of discourse about the whole freedom of speech campaign, let's say in general, in a roundabout general way, where we have, and I'm being very vague about it because it's kind of a general purpose statement, right? It's a general purpose statement, and I'm just kind of wanting to clarify my perception of what I'm seeing based off of people complaining about this. So one of the big courses of complaints that I've been seeing in the news and the drama news, and we'll say it treads politically, is people complaining about freedom of speech. And how we have the two major extremes of, like, people can say whatever they want because they have freedom of speech versus people that are just like, you know, that's insensitive. You can't say XYZ or don't say that, blah, 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 or whatnot. And the big complaint that I keep hearing is that people that get in trouble for quote, quote, freedom of speech and saying whatever they want, that it's their right. That it's their right to freedom of speech. Right? You've heard this. You've heard a lot of people argue this. They have a right to freedom of speech. That's usually the sentence that I keep hearing. You have a right to freedom of speech. You have a right to freedom of speech. Well, Who gives you that right? Who gives you that right? You're technically not born with rights. This terminology of what rights you have, you technically aren't born with these rights. You're born, but it's societal, right? It's societal structures that give you these rights. So it's the society that you're living within that gives you those rights. When you're born, you have the capacity. I think it's the verbiage that like people are getting mixed up of. You have the capacity. When you're born as an individual, as a person, as a human, you have the capacity. You are capable of doing XYZ. You're capable of doing anything. That is correct. You're capable of freedom of speech. You're capable of speaking and saying whatever you want. You're capable of causing violence. As an individual with free will, you are capable of each, whatever random action that can come to your head. However, in whatever society you live in, your rights are mandated by those society. Your rights are mandated by that society, right? So you are not born with this freedom of speech or this you do not have a right to freedom of speech. Your society gave you this right, sort of thing. And I feel like a lot of people get really mixed up on that in terms of like what they think is their right and not their right in terms of breaking the law. Like there are certain things that are against the law, even though you have this right to freedom of speech, even though you have this right mandated by your society that you live within, there are still structural regulations to this freedom of speech, right? And just because you have this right in one area doesn't mean you have that same right in another area. Just because you live in this society and you decide to go visit another society, your rights do not cover because they have their own set of structures, their own society structures, their own society rules and regulations. And I think people are getting really mixed up and confused that these rights they think they have is born rights, but it's not. They have the capacity. They have the capacity. They are born with the capacity to do anything they want. However, it should be known as a society that there are rules and regulations that they live with due to the society structures that they live in. Where's my mouse? I think the difference between saying something versus saying something plus acting on it, there's so many topics that have been going on that I've been seeing. There's been so many topics that I've been seeing where whether it's like acting on it or saying certain things, because the what I'm also referencing is also like other dramas that I've seen, not pertaining to just IRL streaming and nuisance streaming. There's a lot of like other dramas that I've seen in the news recently where it's just like certain people supporting certain groups that may not be supported by our society, sort of situation. I won't go into the deep weeds of it, but it's things like that, and then saying that it's all freedom of speech. And it's just like, technically there are still regulations to that freedom of speech. It's not a right that you're born with. It's a right that you're given, that you're provided by your society. Yes, you could say near anything. However, that doesn't mean there's consequences to saying said thing. Do you mean that there's no consequence? Yeah, you can say just about anything with the freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean that there's no consequence to saying said thing, nor does that right go to international levels. It's exactly right. Like, your societal rights do not carry over, and they are not things that you are like inherently born with, right? Being born as a human or entity or whatnot does not give you that right. You have the capacity. You're born with the capacity. What gives you the right is the society that you belong to. Morals are educated, not dictated, though. Yeah. Morals, we need help with the morals and education. I feel like that's so lacking these days. Free will. Yeah, free will in liberation sense also doesn't exist, but that's a whole other conversation. That's true. I mean, free will also has regulations. Obviously. Well, I mean that it's kind of like, what is it? Humans have the capacity to harm another. However, you have the capacity to do so, but society kind of is not okay with that. So, you know, it depends on what the free will. Well, is that considered free will? Is the capacity to do so is the free will, or is the you have the society? It's like the id, the ego. Which one's the impulse? The id, the ego, super ego. One of them is like your impulses, right? And then the other one is like either the ego or the id, where that one is based off of what society deems is okay, is what structures your actions. You forgot the no. Your freedom ends where it causes harm to another is such a vague thing, though. It's you'd have to define what your freedom is, because I always say that, you know, you should be able to do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt others. Right? As long as it doesn't hurt others, doesn't impose on others, you know, you don't have the right to dictate another person's like experienced life, or like whatever destiny or their actions. They are their own person, and they have to be able to have that choice or whatever. But you should also be very respectful. And that's another thing that I've noticed recently, is that I feel like a lot of people lack empathy these days. A lot of people lack empathy, and they don't bother thinking about what the other person is thinking, feeling, or experiencing. And I've noticed that a lot more when having interactions like with other streamers. Particularly, it's other streamers that I end up having certain interactions, and I notice certain things where they lack empathy. I've had streamers talk to me about like, hey, how can they... I've had another streamer that literally tried to ask me for advice of like, hey, how can I force my artist to work faster? Can you give me advice on how to make my artists work faster, or force them to work faster? And I'm like, first of all, you don't. And it's just like, do you know what else they're doing? Are they working on other projects at the same time, or are they solely focused on you? Like, what can you tell me about your artists? And they can't tell me nothing other than the fact that like, they're just not doing the work fast enough, right? I take one look at their information, their profile. I'm like, well, it looks like they're working on a queue. It looks like they are working on other people, not just you. And guess what? Artists also have a life, and they're not working on this stuff like 24/7. So they probably have a mandated set time of maybe 6 hours per day, 6 to 8 hours. I don't know. It depends. And then guess what? They have a life for the rest of that time. And I don't know if you know how long it takes to do certain art, like, you know, and they're just like, no, I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to do art, but I feel like it shouldn't take that long. And then it's just like, well, do you do art? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, then don't talk. Determinism, let's go. What is the determinism? The choices you make are dictated by chemical interactions within your brain. Those interactions were set in motion long before that choice was ever even an option. Wait, are you saying that I have no free will? Wait, are you saying my body dictates that I must have salmon at all causes? I'm okay with my body telling me I should eat salmon. Freedom is a delusion. The end times are nigh. Just be kind to others. I don't understand how hard that is. You knew it. Avi is actually evil and smart, not kind and a goof. Oh my god, no. Avi, I preach up and down that Avi is literally the same online as she is offline. She is exactly the same. She is so same feel, same vibes. The question is, do you like quality art? Yeah, the question is, do you like quality art? And or can you do it yourself in the time frame that you would like to do it to the quality that you want? Free will is an illusion. No, don't gaslight me about free will. No. The game was rigged from the start. I was always foretold to love salmon. Is this some fate rules us all thing? What is this? Fate rules us all? Destiny. You guys all have destiny. What is free will? What does free will say in the dictionary? What is free will in the dictionary? You are a soft determinist. Only possible exception is quantum mechanics. If you accept the Copenhagen interpretation. Those are all words I do not understand. Quantum mechanics and Copenhagen. I have heard of Copenhagen, but I do not know what that means. You want your definition? My definition of free will? My definition of free will. I don't know. The capacity. You have the capacity to do what you set your mind to. Mostly. Maybe. I don't know. The ability to have the capacity. Does that make sense? The ability to have the capacity. Freeing someone named Will? Where is Will? Free will! Free will! Did free will make you make a banana burger? Did it? Did you choose to make a banana burger? And was it tasty? Also, you never got your banana ketchup. Sag, you still should try banana ketchup. The law dictates that free will is a matter of choice after considering the pros and cons. The law? Like, so we're talking like societal regulation? I didn't realize law had a definition. Well, no, that makes sense. The law should have a definition for free will. Guh. A matter of choice. Using banana as buns. That's moist and squishy. It was. You never did. Paused what? Paused what? Copenhagen interpretation is just that some stuff that happens on a small scale, like to atoms, are truly random. Oh. Oh. I'd like to say I'm random, but I was predetermined by my molecules. That sounds like, don't tell that to any of the nuisance streamers. They'll use that as a defense in court. I was acting out because it was predetermined by my molecules. The bananas were dry enough to squish and use as the buns, yeah. If bananas are buns, then what's stuffed between? The lore thickens for real. What is in the bananas? Your Honor, I was being silly. I was just being of the silly. Yeah. Perfect defense. You guys are all my lawyers, right? A test was run. You'll have to search for it, where subjects were asked to make decisions while their brains' activities were being monitored. As far as researchers were able to see, the brain decided before the choice was made by the subjects. Oh. Interesting. So it's like the impulse was there. The impulse was there before the final choice was made. I mean, a lot of people tend to go based off of their impulses, right? A lot of people tend to go based off of their impulses, though. If we're thinking about if we're going by simplistic terms, right? Because I'm a simple-minded individual. If we're saying that the brain's decisions is the impulses, and we have human impulses, but we have sometimes fought our human impulses. Supposedly. I am not a nuisance. My molecules are just silly coated. Can you imagine that holding up in court at all? The honesty sounds like when women use zodiacs for dating. What? The decision? Or what? Predetermined by molecules, at that point you complete insanity. My molecules predetermined that I be this way. Of course it needs to be decided first. How else is the body supposed to act? But sometimes I argue with myself that I shouldn't spend the money to go get myself some smoked salmon. A hamburger was between your buns. The banana buns. The banana... such a glamorous statement. You just need the banana ketchup to make another one. Get the banana ketchup. Go to an Asian market. Go do that. Go do that thing. I haven't finished watching this video. This freaking Johnny Ishmael video. I'm halfway through. I'm taking forever to watch it, right? And I'm also pausing a lot in between the videos, which is why it's also taking me a long time to watch it, so that freaking YouTube doesn't flag me. But if you guys are curious to watch this yourself, it is... I've cropped this video the heck and back. It's the 15 minutes of shame video. It's a 15 minutes of shame video. If you guys are curious to watch it yourself. If I could just go.
I'm sure the TTS is some though.
Arguing with yourself sounds like insanity to you? Guilty. Guilty. Wait, why are you giving guilty for somebody that sounds insanity? Butterfly, did you ever show the banana burger incident? Wait, did you actually do a banana burger incident? I didn't know about this. You actually made a burger with banana? That schmuck? This schmuck. I'm catching up on my... Dude, oh my god. Right here? You guys can't see it. Hold on. Let me move this. And unlock this. His heart rate is at 100 right now. His heart rate is at 100. It was at 90 some a little bit ago, but now it's back up to 100.
This guy is so...
Okay, what did I miss?
You really can't make this shit up. Johnny Somali doesn't understand how playing a tsunami warning in Japan might be a problem, especially since it's going to make everybody panic, thinking that there's an actual tsunami that's on its way. This guy
he's getting ready to fight for real. No, he's trying not to fight because he doesn't want to.
I'm 22 years old.
He doesn't want to get caught up in his lawsuit.
That is what is called the Jack Doherty defense. At 22, you are an adult and you are responsible for your actions. This guy is always deflecting.
Well, dude, it doesn't matter. I don't really get what is your goal here? You're trying to get on bandwagon cake. It's not.
That's what I was saying literally 5 minutes ago. I'm like, what is the goal of this conversation? Because they are both left foot dancing this conversation.
Not gonna happen. Why? Because you are the reason Kick looked really bad.
What are we even watching?
Bekogenning 1 cup has deemed it necessary to water the cat.
So this is the 15 minutes of shame. It's this guy called let me copy and paste. He does a lot of he's been doing a lot of videos for Johnny Somali. I primarily watch Legal Mindset and Atozi for Johnny Ishmael videos, right? I mainly watch Legal Mindset because for a little bit of time, the 15 minutes of shame was spreading slight misinformation a little bit. But I think he's gotten better since being called out by Legal Mindset. I theorize. I think I watched one of his recent... I've been avoiding watching 15 Minutes of Shame because he was, quote, spreading misinformation about the Johnny Ishmael course. He wasn't spreading it on purpose. I think he was just taking, like, the max sentencing and was just, like, you know, doing that as opposed to explaining that there's actually a range of minimum and maximum. He was only saying the maximum for the clickbait reactions. But Legal Mindset kind of called him out on it, I remember. And so I'm theorizing he's gotten better at it and doesn't do that anymore. And this was released literally, so he's been doing a lot of like really, really up-to-date coverage for the Johnny Ishmael thing. And this was released like 15 minutes before I started stream. The goal is to get more views. Basically, you don't think so? It warms my heart. My Oshi watches the same YouTubers as me. Yeah. I listen. You guys know I go out and do cat walkies, so this is very important information that I need to know. I need to know that the environment for cat walkies will be better, or what I need to consider in terms of like maybe it's not a good idea to do cat walkies if I were to travel to these areas for a while. You know, it's things that I gotta know if I want to do international cat walkies. Hi, Scribs. I'm catching up on my Johnny Ishmael news because I guess this just dropped 15 minutes before I started stream and I didn't know about it, and so we're just talking about it. Scary YouTube content? Yeah. I'm just catching up on my Johnny Ishmael news.
In Asia, yeah. You're the reason Japan didn't like Hick. You're the one who went the most viral. You went the most viral.
So going the most viral, doing the worst shit didn't matter.
Going the most viral matter.
I like this Asian in the background. I think he's part of the group, right? He keeps circling. He keeps circling this interaction as if he's like a paparazzi. He has so much paparazzi vibes. Like he is just catching this interaction from all angles. Hi Ken Kaneki, how are you? Isn't it late for you right now? It's like super late for you. Boot up the spooky videos instead? Not right now. I was debating that. I'm like, I was looking at the beginning of the stream. I'm like, what games can I play within like 3 hours before the marathon ends? Like, what games can I play? 2:55 a.m. Not that bad. It's kind of late though. That's kind of late. Yes, right now? No, not right now. I actually was debating some horror game, and then that would like entice you to keep adding to the timer so that I keep playing the scary game, but man, I don't know, man. There's still that Dead Space to look forward to, but it's so far away. I don't think we're gonna hit that. You're gonna go eat lunch? Okay. Oh, you have snow right now? For real? It's actually really sunny for me right now. The scooter shop is actually having the chili bake-off right now. The swap meat chili bake-off. But I didn't want to get super distracted. I didn't want to do...
Cold-bloodify chucked $80.08. Spooky videos now.
You can't make me watch spooky videos now, you spooky addict! Thank you so much for the boobs, though. You used to watch you at 4 a.m.? No, that's so late. Can we watch paranormal stuff like Nuke 5 or something? What is Nuke 5? Snow. Yeah, that's Snow. Crazy. Now that you're curious if Beko can handle a Nuke top 5 since those mostly look fake. Man, if it shows scary things, like, I have to look at it, I can't do that. Spoopy, please? No, that's not my regular content, guys. You can't force me to do things that are not my regular content. Let's watch Haunted Zombie Walks. What is that one? That's not real. You prefer the old Nuke Stop 5? I don't know what this Nuke Stop. Would a crisp $20 say otherwise? What? To watching spoopy videos? You dropped boobs on me. You dropped boobs on me. And boobs is not enough to get me to watch spoopy videos. Okay? And if you keep pushing this, I'm gonna have to do another intervention with you guys. We're not forcing, we're asking very directly and with pleasure, please. And the answer is still no. You really just dropped 80 for spoopy videos, Bloodify. I know, you dropped boobs. Beko's a scaredy cat? I am a scaredy cat. I am admittedly a scaredy cat. This video is even scarier. It's news. Imagine dropping money for a VTuber to watch a video. Why? Have you done that before, Bloodify? I'm not the first, am I? I was telling Avi that it doesn't matter who. You just want to make the rounds and do it to every single streamer. It doesn't have to be me. It really doesn't have to be me. Because apparently you do it to everybody. You do it to every streamer. You ask them to play Dead Space, every single one of them. So it doesn't have to be me. You could just get any other streamer to do it. I'm just 1 in a million to you. It doesn't have to be me. You already played Dead Space off stream. Spooky Vids is nothing. No, I don't. You like the 8008s. Please continue. It does now. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be. I've heard that you literally go around town asking every VTuber that they need to play Dead Space and that they need to watch spoopy videos. That you go around town, you literally it's like a dime a dozen to you. It doesn't matter. You don't say this on 6 p.m. TV. You're 1 in 3. Don't sell yourself short. I heard that you were asking so many VTubers. You're asking Avi right now in her general chat if she could stream watching spoopy videos. She would probably do it because she's not a scaredy cat. I, however, am a scaredy cat. So she could probably do it. She's capable of doing it. She's playing scary video games. She's playing scary video games for you guys.
Minors, all they unconscious. Come on, your whole crew, like they're not innocent, bro. Sus is my boy too, but they all done.
I mean, don't.
Be honest.
I mean, some of the people have done bad things.
They are both deflecting hard.
But you have personally caused problems for other streamers trying to stream in these countries. That is the problem here. I mean, this is the reality of the situation. Okay, I'm telling you the reality. I went to Japan before, no problems. After you did your, I went to Japan, a bunch of problems. Why is that? Because of you. Made my life harder, so I do not like you.
So because I don't know. But when we met in Thailand, you said I don't care about that shit. You just said it. You did. You said
I don't care. I don't care about what anyone does. But if they make my life harder, then I'm not going to like them personally. But I don't go out of my way being like, oh man, I just hate everything that he does. No, you do you, I'm going to do me. But if I go to Japan, I'm going to hate you for it. Yeah.
The blackballing and the Karen shit. So what happened to you on Twitch? Everybody on Twitch said switch up on you?
Yeah, I did it.
I don't know what this argument is about anymore. At this point. They're paparazzis all the way over there in the back. He's grown tired just filming this interaction.
No, but you're like the stuff. It's just different, bro. I didn't cause streaming to look like shit. I didn't.
Look at the. Should I do that next time? When I do Catwalkie's IRL streaming, should I just get like the phone strapped to my neck? I actually have this mount. I have this mount that they're using, or a mount like this. Should I just have this like phone collar going on with my IRL streaming phone collar? Put us in your booba. The man of the hour. Hey, it's Kaiju. How are you doing, Kaiju? Can you believe it, Kaiju? Bloodify literally dropped boobs on me. Bloodify dropped boobs on me and was demanding me to watch scary poopy videos. It'll be a better POV. But you guys are on my shoulder though. Now imagine if you were like in front of my face and I'm like heavy breathing on you guys, just going like That's crazy, huh? Yeah, Bloodify dropped boobs on me. Out of context, your lawyers will be contacting y'all shortly. It's even better. You guys want to hear me just
I didn't cause streaming to look like.
There's also like no stabilization for phones though. Did you drop C's or D's?
So yes, Johnny Somali made kick streamers look like
cold hard
pieces of
C's,
shit,
man.
But other streamers aren't helping either. There are several streamers who made the news. For example, Xena the Witch, who threatened to use a taser on a 70-year-old Uber driver. And then you have
I think it's in general. It's a lot of these IRL streamers that feel so entitled, right? It's a lot of these IRL streamers that are just so entitled because they think they're celebrities and they're like going around treating everybody else like peasants. The fact that they go around treating everybody else like peasants and they're just like, oh, please, do you know who I am? My God, I'm streaming to like a room full of like 50 people. And they're all saying that I'm queen, and God, you're like rubbish, mouth breather. So yeah, that's the reason why I can like totally do whatever it is that I do. And you're just a regular peasant that has no following. Oh my God, what it could possibly be like to have nobody actually watching you and doing the things that you do. Can't imagine having a regular life. It's freaking the entitlement that these people have. Mouth breather. Yeah. The Beko IRL breathing and drooling ASMR. Your boobs say C's. Your boobs. They're C's. It's okay. They can always grow, right? They can always ungrow. Bet. Cue the fan. Sent meme of Beko's hot breath. Oh no! Just like I'll spit on some cards that you can buy, and then you can sniff those cards. That's so disgusting. That'd be so disgusting. So then, Beko, are you gonna watch those videos that poor dear Bloodify asked for? They were unprompted and unsolicited. They were unprompted and unsolicited. The Valley Girl accent. You would love to hear that heavy breathing? No. No. Not doing IRL streams.
the other piece of shit, Natalie Reynolds, who convinced a homeless woman to jump in a lake even though she couldn't swim.
What the frick? Who does that?
You guys do, you do some stuff too. You're not innocent.
Oh, we just talking in circles and shit, bro.
Well, I mean, he's gonna get this out of the way.
Whoa. Who's this guy?
Deal, 'cause he's gonna,
Where are all these IRL streamers coming out of the woodworks?
yeah, I know, but
That's another thing, right? Right? That's another thing. It's so crazy that there's a IRL stream community where they all gather to just IRL streaming together. So it's just IRL streaming from different perspectives, and these IRL streamers gather to these like outings to IRL stream outing with each other. So everybody has their own point of view. Everybody has a POV. And they're like, oh, look at this. I'm going to order some pizza. And then it's like, oh, the other guy from the other section, oh, also ordered pizza. Like, you know when people were paranoid about, like, the government having cameras all over the streets or watching them every second? Guess what? They don't need... The government doesn't need cameras everywhere. We're doing that all to ourselves. We have cameras, 5 different cameras from different angles. Oh, we're our own cameraman for our own activities. We are our own cameraman for our own activities. Was that angle not good enough? Hold on, let me see. Somebody else was also at that event. They were sitting at the perfect angle. They should have best footage. They IRL doxers. They forget. It's like I don't know how you explain it. You know when you like watch, you watch, like, what's an old video where this is kind of like I've never seen the Blair Witch movie, but that one was like the analog like front facing horror where like this was it only one camera or did like each of them have like different cameras, and it's just like that but like from every angle. Then the viewers can like watch like looking at a security. Exactly, they're doing their own observation security thing. Screen, just multiple windows view of different angles. They're freaking looking at a single event from different angles. They're freaking playing Five Nights at Freddy's but like for just like regular people. You had a crazy guy stay at your Airbnb who thought the government poisoned the water with spyware. Is spyware drinkable? What does spyware look like to this guy? And he needs a bathtub to soak in bleach to... Oh, no! No, no, no! To get rid of the cameras in his body? No, 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 no. No, no, no. That just reminds me of when, was it during the pandemic when they were trying to advertise, hey, you should drink bleach because it gets rid of the virus. No, 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 no. That's a complete misunderstanding of how the body works. When you were in China, they have cameras on every block in metropolitan areas. Yeah, I can see that. And I'm assuming in those areas, crime is supposedly really low, right? At least I would hope so. If you remember right, Blair Witch is one camera, but different people were holding it at different times. Yeah, think Blair Witch, but it's just like everybody had a camera. And they're all mouth breathing on the camera. Was this Alfredo? Maybe that's from the microplastics. Get rid of the body and the virus can't get you. That's true. No more body, no more virus. Exactly. Get rid of the petri dish.
Well,
This is a random. Is this some rando now that's just like, hey, what's this gathering of people with their phone collars? This gathering of people with phone collars? Who are these people? Oh my god. Celebrities? Nah, these nobodies. Just being a bother.
The goal that you're trying to accomplish
is she gonna just stand around? Because she's now on camera? Because she sees that they're streaming? Is she just standing there? Not engaging? She's just like, hi, are you guys getting my best side from all of your different perspectives?
You'd have to do some serious reform.
Let me just stand here and look pretty and just dance around not saying anything and just listening into this conversation that I don't know anything about. Is she streaming? I can't tell if she's streaming because she is holding her phone in a very particular angle. She's recording. That's not streaming. She's recording. She's recording. Oh my god, she's recording hoping that she's catching popular celebrities. She's hoping that she's catching some really good beef to post somewhere. That's she's recording angle, not a streaming angle. Bunch of booba camera gig, yeah. The background character. Do you see how awkward it is? She's just like listening in on this conversation that she has no partake in. He wanted to stay for a month at a really low rate. You said sorry, buddy. No, just because of the spyware. It's a trend. Phone callers jump on the trend, Beko. I have one even better. Hold on. Wait. Do I have... Hold on. Where's my... I'm slowly getting hungry too, by the way. So after I watch this video, we're probably gonna end it for today. Once again, don't mind my messy kitchen table. Pardon the messy kitchen table. Pardon my messy kitchen table. Pardon? Okay. I got this guy here. It's like a neck mount and like it has a little noodle arm to like hold your phone, and like if I wanted to, I could connect it to like the Vtube and I could face track myself, and then I'm trying to think of another mount for front facing camera. A long noodle arm. It looks really ridiculous though, which is why I don't use it too often. Wear it. Why do you have it? Because I was trying to figure out how to do face tracking for IRL streaming and be able to still use my VTube studio, my VTuber model. So like right now I do IRL streaming and I don't use my VTuber model, right? I don't have my VTuber model because weird to have, like, I don't know how to do like face tracking. So I was trying to think of a way to have a phone that's like mounted in front of you so that you could do face tracking, so I could do IRL streaming and do VTube streaming. However, the problem lies in it's really huge And I already look like a sci-fi weirdo as is when I go IRL streaming. I already look like a sci-fi Back to the Future weirdo that catches everybody's attention because I have all these cables hanging off of me. And then I'm gonna have this neck goose mount thing for my phone facing my face. I haven't crossed that bridge of feeling like I can do that. That, and also on top of like I would need to if I did that, so right now the way that IRL streaming works is that I stream to my home computer, right? I stream to my home computer and my home computer streams to you guys. If I were to do IRL streaming
Ads
with
incoming.
my VTuber model, I would need to stream
ADSR running for 180 seconds.
to a computer that is actually on my person. Because I can't transfer the data. I'm trying to think in my head. I can't transfer the data from my local person to my home computer. I'm trying to think in my head. The only other way I could think of doing that would be if I streamed to my home computer, but had 2 sets of VTube Studio, and I was collabing with myself. If that makes any sense. That's the only other way in my brain that I've like kind of tried to configure a weird janky way of being able to VTube and IRL stream at the same time, would be if I was VTube collabing with myself. So that way it was sending the data of my VTube model to my home computer. That's the only way that I could think about it. Gah. Nah, you're judging. Wear it. Why do you have it? People will look at you weird with the face tracking. They will. They'll look at me super duper weird. So VTubeception? Yeah, in VTubeception, I'd have to, basically on my home VTube studio, I'd probably have to hide my model somewhere because obviously it's not going to be tracking anything because I'm not home. And then I'd have to collab with my VTube account with a separate account, so that way it takes my active model and does that, and that's what you will be seeing, the call-in version of myself. It's really weird. But that's what my brain has been trying. I haven't tested it out yet. I know it would work. I know that in my brain that's like the best scenario that I could think of. But it's a matter of like wearing that mount out in public and proceeding to commit to that. You know what I mean? Proceeding to commit to wearing this contraption when I'm already called a sci-fi Back to the Future person when I do IRL streaming.
I don't believe in forever cancel culture. I don't. But you need to put in a lot of work to change opinions. Because obviously...
Yeah, he can't ask. I mean, the bottom line is he can't ask to be forgiven until he actually shows change. You can't ask to be given a platform to be trusted with, because I'm assuming he's been banned off of Kick multiple times. So they've already given him multiple chances, right? And until he actually shows change, why would they bother taking that chance again?
Right now, that would never happen. But I don't believe in forever cancel culture. You know, I've been through like that, but you need to stop doing the bullshit.
Did the girl go away?
You need to stop purposely looking for problems if you want to have any chance like that. You know what I mean? I don't think
the girl finally just meowed away.
A lot of work to do.
Meandered away.
So you should try working on it.
Now she's adding to the content. She's back with no context of the situation and is adding content. She's just like, listen, she heard a vague instance of the assignment and was just like, you gotta grovel and embarrass yourself for content. Like, she's one of those people that, like, when you're with a group of friends and you just try to think of the most embarrassing dare whatsoever. I don't know if she's actually part of their group or if she's some rando. I think she's a rando because she literally came in and said, I don't know any of you guys. I don't recognize any of these streamers. And she's literally like, they are all streaming. Here's the embarrassing content. Grovel on your knees. As Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. Exactly. I like that this girl literally comes in and it's just like, here's the content. Here's the content. Literally, she is literally just a rando. She is straight up a rando that is just like feeding off of this drama clout ball to the point that even Johnny Ishmael can't be bothered with her. He knows that like this is like nothing. The fact that he can't even be bothered with her. Look at the heart monitor. Yeah, she's taking advantage of her free will. She is taking advantage of her free will. The 99. It was 100 before at a little bit. She literally is an uninvited guest and is just like, hold up. Let's here, do this. Do this. Entertain me, monkey. Like, entertain me, like. She's literally asking for the dance monkey dance situation. And he's just like, we are having a conversation. He's trying to be serious. He's like, we're having a conversation. You need to go. The fact that he's trying to be serious, man.
Alright, but peace out, you guys.
All right. Well,
What did she say to him, telling him to go? Or I'll talk to whoever I want. I've gone from like making fun of Johnny to this random girl. I'll talk to whoever I want. This is so interesting. Come on, you guys, do something interesting. I'm recording. I'm holding my phone in a really weird, suspicious angle. Do something interesting so that I can post it online and make it go viral, and then I'll become a celebrity. This NPC, dude, this massive NPC. I'll talk to whoever I want. Is he pissed or nervous? I don't think he's nervous. He's like kind of annoyed, I think. Look at her dopey smile. Like, oh my god, I'm catching some real great stuff. Oh my god, I'm gonna post this later and I bet you it's gonna go viral. Look at her dopey face. She's having fun. She is having fun.
You say that you're gonna use. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
This is like the equivalent of like. This is like the equivalent of her spotting a Pokemon in the wild, or like a celebrity.
Yeah, I know. No one's scared of you. It's you say on your stream, I'm gonna go harass them.
His heart monitor's at 106.
Yeah, whatever.
Look at her again. I'm no longer part of this. Like, I'm no longer invested in whatever Johnny Ishmael and Ice Poseidon are having. I'm more focused on this NPC. You think the both of them should gang up on?
Well, you should be trying to make that money for yourself.
She's both bored and trying. She's both bored and hoping something will happen.
Please one day let me back. ABC, I know I made you mad, Daddy. You used to be my chat donating and all that shit.
All right.
Peace out.
But you got a China thing on your communism?
Oh, yeah. Let's go, guys. Hey,
Are you gonna? You're not gonna play this game. Come on.
don't make it Johnny and Ice Poseidon. You know what I mean?
No, don't play this game, bro.
This is my right here. It's the founder of IRL.
No, you just go the other way. All right, all right, go ahead.
Oh, no, John, don't do that now.
Look, did you see her again? Did you see her again? She's hopping in the background. She was literally following them and hopping in the background. Do you see that? Do you see her right there? Do you see her right there hopping in the background? Hey, Kitchi! Where's the party going? Where's all these streamers going? I want to be on camera. Are you catching my best side, guys? I bet I would look fabulous in front of the camera. She's still there. She's still there. Yes, she is still there. Like roaster left or right. It's the high bomb on. It is so much the high bomb I'm on TV. Did you see it? Yeah. Look at her. Look at her hopping there. Right there. I don't know any of you guys. She just walks up to them. I don't know any of you guys, but I'm gonna record you guys and like demand content from you guys because you guys are content. Look, she's still there. She's still knocking there. What are you doing? Why? Why? Leave them alone. This now goes back to you know that issue that like was it I can't remember the group of girls, but it was was it like Emmy Richu and a group of girls. It was like 3 different girl streamers, right? And they got stalked by a male stream sniper, right? Who caught them early on in the stream, followed them to a different area later on in the stream, had completely changed his appearance so they didn't recognize him, and was trying to ask for their numbers, right? But got rejected because obviously they don't know him and it's on stream. It's really awkward. And then flipped out and like started threatening to like game end them, right? And then this is like the opposite, where now you have a group of guys, and then you have this girl NPC that's straight up stalking them. They're having a really heated quote conversation, and she's straight up just like there, NPC energy and all. It is just like, hey, how many followers you got? How many people are seeing me right now? How many people? That's literally her energy. How many people are watching me right now? Johnny's setup is so simple. Phone and so. I mean, it has to be, right? His setup has to be so simple because literally all of his equipment has been confiscated. So he's running off of a loaner phone. He's literally running off of like a phone that his community has given him. So he's like borrowed stuff. The rest of his other equipment is like confiscated. It's with the police. So he has to live off of the most minimalistic setup. She's having so much fun. Content farming. She's freaking content farming. It's like, don't stalk these guys, please. I'm sure she left eventually. But this energy, please, you don't need to have this. You don't need to do this, my gal. I want them to like
in your arm.
She's still there. What are you asking? She's like, "Can I be part of your content? Like, where are you guys going? Can I follow? I don't know who any of you guys are." First of all, when you go up to any streamer and you're just like, the first thing you hit him with is like, "I don't know any of you guys, you nameless people," right? Even if that is so true, you are already introducing yourself by kicking them in the nuts and hurting their ego, right? Even if they're a small streamer and it is logical that nobody has heard of them. You are going in with the introduction of kicking them in the nuts and being like, "I don't know any of you guys," right? And then you stick around trying to be like, "So, like, this is what the content stuff is like. Ooh, how big is your community? Ooh, what are we doing, guys?" Like, you're just self-inviting yourself in. Why in the world would they want to introduce you? Like, why in the world would they want to hang out with you, right? You hit them straight up, like, kicking them in their ego and being like, "You guys, I don't know any of you guys." Like, she's so smitten about it, too. Yeah, like, the way that she's rocking herself, and it's just like, ooh, granted, I don't know. Let me think about this. Hold on. Let me do a simulation in my head. I would do something. I could see myself doing something similar, but seeing like 5 seconds of them having a really serious conversation, I would back out really quickly, because that's kind of being a little bit disrespectful. You're kind of invading their space and things like that. So technically speaking, right, I got into IRL streaming because I met Potastic at a convention, but I didn't know Potastic. I wasn't aware who Potastic was. I didn't know them. I didn't walk up to them and be like, hey, I don't know who you are. I don't recognize who you are. I asked for like her name and things like that so I could check her out later, but I didn't hit her with the, wow, you must not be big because I don't know you. No, I pretty much live under a rock, so I kind of acknowledge that I pretty much don't know anybody. But I literally saw her with her setup, her wires and cables and like her backpack, and I was super like curious and inquisitive, and I'm like, hey, I don't mean to bother, but can I please look at your setup? Like, can I check this out? And I like was analyzing her cabling, her wiring, the equipment she was using, the kind of camera she was using, the way it was wrapped. Her cables were wrapped and funneled into her bag. The fact that she used her like mesh bag. I asked her very politely. I'm like, hey, can you explain this setup to me? Can you show this? And she's just like, I don't know. Someone else built it for her. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, am I okay to take a picture of the inside so that I could see what this equipment is? Because it was really curious. I was really curious about it. And I'm just like, but you know, I was I'd like to say that I was as polite as I possibly as imposing and inquisitive as I was. I'd like to think that I was as polite as possible. I did ask if as weird as it was, I have a picture of inside of her backpack, right? But I did ask if I could, if that was okay. And it was kind of funny because her community was just like, oh my God. And at the time I was wearing a maid dress too. And they were like, oh my God, a maid girl that's interested in technology. They were like, oh my God, waifu material, please. That's what her chat was saying. They're like, waifu material, please. This maid girl is interested in technology. Oh my God. And like, I got her name, and in my head, I'm just like, oh my God, this streamer is local to me. I was naive enough to think like, oh, we could be friends, and we could be like I could do IRL streaming, and we could go and do activities out together, right? I was very naive because I didn't know who she was at the time, and I'm just like, that'll be super cool. This is also very early on when I thought like you could just like talk and hang out casually with like people you talk with, right? And in my head, I'm thinking maybe at most she's like Avi's size, and I hang out with Avi, so that's just fine, right? When I got home, like a week later, when I got home, and then I searched her up, and I'm like, Potastic, okay, let's look it up, and I saw her channel, and I saw her number, and I saw how big she was, and I'm like, never mind. She's way too big to want to even be bothered to associate with somebody like me, and she probably has a lot of parasocial people to deal with that she probably wouldn't want to associate with me, right? Like it's that thing where she's like, she's of a size that she has to care about parasocialism. So it's like, never mind. I can't be friends with this person out of respect for them and what they have to deal with. I can't be friends with them. The disillusionment goes away. Let's see. If you remember correctly, people who've done that with Ice Poseidon end up becoming a burger. Example burger? What do you mean example burger? A burger Andy? So this would probably make her a burger lady. What? Like that's what they name them. They name the NPCs. They call them Burger Andes, Burger Lady. She thinks so big of herself. Who the NPC? You don't think you would, Beko? You'd be face revealing yourself on their streams. I mean, I could have an entirely different identity? Question mark. And who knows? maybe you guys would like the human host body. I don't know. Maybe you guys would like the human host body. But, you know, I don't know. Let's go, wife. Small streamer La Avispa on Twitch. Avi is an amazing streamer, and she has the potential to go far. She is an amazing streamer and personality. Yes, the NPC. The NPCs are called burgers. That's interesting. But, I mean, I was super inquisitive, but I really wasn't, like, trying to get on her streams, right? When I met her, I wasn't trying to get on her streams. I was just so interested in her equipment. So I tried to get as much information as I could within that short period, but also allow her to still exist and do what she was doing, you know? I wasn't so bloodthirsty to be on the camera that I'm just like twiddling my hair and like waving my hips in front of the camera to be like, how many people are you streaming for? You know, I don't really think about the numbers at all. It doesn't really matter. It's what matters is that like that you are doing your content the way you do your content. She's okay, you guys? Yeah, Avi's okay, you guys. You mean physically? Avi is small. According to her, isn't she like 7 foot tall? She's had varying heights. Her height changes depending on her mood. Her height changes depending on her mood. But yeah, you know, I don't know. If I were to, I've met a couple of IRL streamers. I've met a ton of IRL streamers at different conventions and events. And literally, I'm so like, I'm more curious brain, like technologically. I'm all about like learning technology and learning new things. That like, I never really care about like what their numbers are or whatnot, right? I'm more so interested in the equipment, how their setup is, like more like conversing on like mutual grounds than measuring numbers. That doesn't matter to me. She's lying. Well, where's your proof? Where's your proof? I've had so many clips of her saying she's like 7 foot tall. She's 2 feet 7 on a good day. That's really big for a wasp. Let's be real. That's really big for a wasp. Streamer setup is actually super cool. It is, right? That's super interesting. It's like super like interesting. I've shown you guys my IRL stream like kit like throughout all of the different iterations. I've shown you like when I was using the phone, when I built my first Bella box, to like the IRL kit that Spaceman made for me, and like I'm hoping to eventually upgrade to an even smaller setup, right? I'm trying to see if I could ask him for an even smaller setup, but he needs to figure out a little bit more about the mounting system for a new board, for like a smaller board that he needs before he can tackle making a smaller kit for me. Less than a foot on a bad day. That's all still pretty big for Wasp, let's be real.
Why is he? Why?
She is so just recording everything.
Baton on his side.
And he's like, his stances, and he's like shaking and shit like, so, man. Oh, smack.
Can this girl go away? Is she leaving now?
He's scared of you, Florida boy.
I'm like trying to see if she followed. Wait. What was that? Is that? No, that's a different girl. That's a different girl. I think she's left. I think we're in the clear. Now, who's this other woman that's now recording? We have an entirely different middle-aged woman that's now recording them.
That.
Okay, why can't they get rid of Johnny Ishmael? Where is he? I still hear him.
I'm not paying nobody to fight you. Just don't harass him. You were just harassing him. Go walk away.
Isn't it hilarious that Ice Poseidon is having all these other guys fight his battles? Basically, they're bodyguards. They're glorified white knights. But on another topic, I don't think that Johnny Somali realized what he's doing here. Party.com is his only option to stream. And right now, he's just begging to go to the competition. Allegedly, they gave him $10K a month to stream. And
What? He's getting 10K a month to stream? Who's sponsoring this guy? Like, why? Excuse me?
And he's
This is just enabling the behavior to continue. Nah, place him on the 99% tax bracket? What the frick?
disrespecting them by begging to go to their biggest competitor. That is probably the stupidest business move you can do. But then again, don't expect much from Johnny Somali. He's not exactly business savvy.
You were not on your way out. Literally, the red sweater guy was even telling Ice Poseidon, like, what do you want to do? And Ice Poseidon was like, we gotta leave. And Johnny Ishmael was just like, oh, wait, let's talk! Let's talk! You were not leaving.
We were having a conversation, but I don't want to have the conversation though.
Just leave, bro. Good. Leave. Walk out the door. There's a door up there. Walk out. I was literally just like.
The lack of acknowledgement of boundaries is so crazy.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, I don't know who you are. You're good. But who are you? Why are you talking? I don't even know you. You just said hi to me. You know who I am clearly. Because he said you were gonna. I never said that. We never said that.
It's so easy to just walk away, guys. There's no reason to have like this interaction or this altercation. Literally just walk away. Must be a pain to constantly hold the phone on a selfie stick like that, right? Must be a pain. I don't like that. I like having my hands free, which is why you guys are mounted to my shoulder.
Absolutely. How could he ask for a kick on ban after the that he like does, bro? And the he said about me, like, bro, you're not gonna get unbanned on kick. If you want even an inkling of possibility of that, you need to go through so much reform. Like, there's no way that that's gonna happen anytime soon. No, I'm not shook. I just don't want to have anything to do with him. I don't want people to relate me and him together. So I don't want to have any long-winded conversation with him. I don't want to be.
Your conversation was literally like 20-ish minutes. Ish. Rough about. Your conversation was a very long-winded 20-ish minutes. Just saying.
Scene with him. I don't like him.
You experienced holding that for 2 hours. You think for recording a trip, it's painful. It's so painful. I didn't want to do a selfie stick. I bring a selfie. I bring like a mount sometimes so that I can place you guys on the table, like a tripod thing. And I'm always constantly trying to figure out lighter equipment. Granted, I carry so much, right? I carry a ton of things because I'm just like, this for this situation, this for this situation. I'm just so glad that we got rid of the super heavy batteries that I used to carry. But we've replaced it like with one singular battery, which is also kind of heavy. I have my one battery that's like 5 pounds in itself, which is crazy. It's insane.
Has nothing to do with me and shook. I don't want.
But I'm always trying to figure out how to make the equipment lighter. The lightest equipment that I could possibly do would be to just do the phone, right? Straight up just the phone, and then attach the like plug the phone to an external battery. That is the lightest equipment. If you want to get into IRL streaming, that is the lightest equipment you can do. I think Pudding was even asking me about that, and I explained that to them, that the phone is the easiest way if you want to give it a try. But like I have my setup because I'm very particular, right? I constantly want to give like better quality for you guys, and I hope that I am delivering that. I hope I'm getting like better quality footage and things. I know sometimes some things are scuff and like the internet goes out and all that other stuff. I hope I'm trying to improve each and every time as I learn more and more. I hope I am improving more for you guys. But yeah, I wanted like stability so that you guys get less shaky camera footage. I wanted good audio equipment, things like that. Better footage, you know, I don't know. Selfie stick is a boomer thing. I like having hands free, right? I'm too active to hold a camera.
He didn't come press, right? He asked for a kick on ban.
Alright, so that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, the desperation arc is in full throttle, and it is sad, man. It is really pathetic. But do me a solid, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers.
Give them a follow if you want to keep up with the Johnny Ishmael news. I mainly watch Legal Mindset and Atozy. But this one was this one does really up to date information. I don't know how they have a whole community that collect the VODs and clips and things like that. So they're pretty networked in the footage department. Beko needs to touch everything. No. It's a tactile information reception, okay? I'm cataloging the tactile information for the catalog, you know, for the internal catalog. You're almost done? Keep tabs on you now? What do you mean? What are you done with? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this interaction you're having with each other? Like this conversation, non-conversation you're having. Atozy's a good source? Yeah, Atozy's been a good source for like people ruining their lives for clout. Which is so unfortunate, right? It's so unfortunate that like people are so clout brained that it causes them to do things. It's so crazy. Atozy has the OG no A to Z. Is A to Z? Wait, is that what it? A to Z. Atozy! Oh my god! That's actually a brilliant name. What if he wants? What do you mean he wants you out? Why does he want you out? Happy 36 days. Thank you, thank you. How many more days? How many more days for you? You're here for the clout. Guys, we're gonna make some clout butter. Spread some clout on your bread. Spread some clout on your bread and have some clout toast. You want some clout toast, right? Well, we source our clout butter straight from the juices of Clout Central, and they come healthy and organic with all of your clout needs for your daily dose of clout bread. Gah. Kaiju, why are you always asking for bands? What's wrong? What's wrong? You okay? Okay. That news took a really long time. Sorry I subjected you guys to that. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with it. But it's cool that we are all of the similar consensus. All of the similar consensus of it. Let's see. Mark. It was fun watching the NPC. Dude, I got so like I got so like freaking what's the word? That the NPC was just like all in my radar. I'm just like, dude, what is this? Please, no, don't do this. Because I've had to deal with that before, right? I've had to deal with that a couple of times. And it's just like really awkward. It's really awkward. Not a true Atozy fan. He explained this in a video before about his original name being A to Z, but he couldn't get it on YouTube, so he put a Y and no space. But later he realized people pronounced it Atozy versus A to Z. Atozy. A to Z. Atozy. That's so funny. It's cool though, it's fine. It makes it unique, right? It makes it unique. It becomes a unique name to him. You got heated? I got heated for like watching the NPC or like experiencing NPCs. Experiencing NPCs. Mute. Ooh. There you go. With that said, though, I am hungry. Are you guys hungry? Or is it just me? Is it just me? I am hungry. And I have work to do. So I'll probably hang out in the tea room if I'm able to. Like after I eat. After I eat, I might hang out in the tea room. To do work. Go eat? Yeah, you kinda hungry? We's a kinda hungry. We's a kinda hungry. We're all kinda hungry. That was good. That was good. Thank you for subjecting yourself to watching nuisance streamer news with me. As you guys know, I'm like, you know, I really wanted to make IRL streaming like a regular part of my regime, and so like I'm really into it, and I'm really love it. Like I really love learning things. I'm really curious about things. I want to experience what all life has to offer, sort of situation. So like if something like this is gonna impact like IRL streaming, it's something that I need to know about. And it's very unfortunate that irresponsible people are being so reckless with the medium, and you know, I wish people were better. I wish people were a lot better. 1.5 minutes to get solid 3 hours. You want me to wait? Well, we're gonna hold on. I'll pause it exactly at like 3 hours again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, look, we're at 3 hours. I paused it exactly at 3 hours again. I guess we'll start up 3 hours again tomorrow. For Beko, get your water to everyone. Yeah, exactly. Hydrate. Have something with your clout butter. Have something with your clout butter. Exactly. We're gonna go raid Walfus. They're doing some demos and games and stuff. Please treat them well. Players, and thank you. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!